This complete contemporary voice guide is not a Netflix show that you can binge watch, because when you binge watch something, it goes in here and out on the other end, and you're not going to remember all the important details that you're supposed to remember, okay? This is educational content, not entertainment content. So this is why I recommend that you only watch one video per day maximum. It is more than okay to not continue for a couple days with watching new videos and just process what you already learned and stick with that and do it over and over and over again, because that repetition is absolutely needed, okay? So please don't binge watch the content that is inside of this guide, because you will not get out of it what you need and want to get out of it. Getting through this entire complete contemporary voice guide should take you at least 3 to 6 months to really give your brain and your voice the chance to absorb all the stuff, all the knowledge, all the tips and tricks and techniques and exercises that are in this course, so you can really get the most out of it, okay? So don't rush this process. Now about your practice sessions. Each practice session should be split into 4 parts: warming up your voice, exercising your voice, application, which is singing a song, and cooling down your voice at the end, okay? So if you don't know how to warm up, don't you worry. I'm going to show you inside of Module 1 how to warm up. Exercises is basically training your voice and strengthening your voice and making it more flexible to become better, okay? Warming up is just stretching your voice awake, and exercising is like lifting weights, right? That's the part that makes you become a better singer. Make sure that the exercises that you're choosing also work on the same things as you will then be working on in the song. So for example, if you're working on Skinny Love by Birdie, that's a lot of head voice. You want to do exercises that work on head voice and mixed voice and maybe vibrato, and not really low notes and chest voice, because you're not going to use that in your song. So be smart about which exercises you're choosing that are going to prepare you well for the song that you'll then be working on. When you are working on a song, make sure that you're not just singing the song through 5 times and that's it. Sure, that's better than nothing, but you want to basically mark all the trouble spots in your song and then isolate these spots and work on those spots individually, because that's when you will truly learn how to get through these spots without any issues at all, and then you can put those sections back into the song and sing it through, and then it'll sound so much better. You will be so much more efficient at practicing if you do it that way rather than just singing through the song a couple times. And then, as I said, last but not least, you will be cooling down your voice after you've been practicing or after you've been performing as well. And again, if you don't know how to cool down your voice, I will show you how to do that right after I'll show you how to warm up. Overall, it would be great if you could practice every day, let's say 5 times a week, for 30 to 45 minutes. I know that's a lot of time. If you don't have that much time, that is okay. 15 minutes is better than nothing. 10 minutes is better than nothing. 5 minutes is better than nothing, okay? Do whatever it is you can. And don't beat yourself up if you couldn't get to as much as you wanted to. But make sure you set some time aside to practice on a regular basis. Now, please don't just practice once a week for 2 or 3 hours straight, because that is very counterproductive. You will be overworking your voice and potentially even hurting your voice. And I don't want you to do that, okay? So split it up into smaller portions over multiple days. That is so much more efficient. One more thing that I want to mention before I let you jump into the complete contemporary voice guide is record yourself whenever you're practicing and performing as well. Recording yourself when you practice can be so powerful and so useful, because then you'll hear yourself how everybody else around you hears you, and you'll be able to pay attention to details that you never even heard before, because you were so focused on creating the sound and not really listening to what you were just creating, okay? So I recommend that you record yourself for like 30 seconds to a minute and then listen back immediately once you're done, so you can hear what you just did while you remember what it felt like to do to create that sound that you just created. Doing this can help you fix pitch issues. It'll point out things that you never even knew you were doing, okay? It can maybe show you that you're doing too much vibrato all the time, right? And that's just too much. Or maybe you're scooping too much and not really attacking notes. Again, it'll just point out things that you had no idea that you were doing, and it'll just take your singing skill up to that next level, which we all want to get to, don't we? A voice memo is plenty to record yourself. You don't need to film yourself. A voice memo will do just fine unless you are performing. I highly recommend that you videotape all of your performances so you can watch back and see what you liked about it and what you maybe want to work on some more. All right, Vox Star, that is it. Woo! You are now ready to jump into the complete contemporary voice guide. And again, oh my gosh, I am so excited because you are about to learn so many cool and awesome and great things. And it's going to be so much fun at the same time. So remember, don't binge watch the videos, okay? Take your time and you will be just fine. I'm so glad you're here, and you, my dear, are now ready to get sangin'. All right, let's do it. I'll see you in Module 1.